Hi guys, my name is Andy. I am based out of Houston, Texas, and I'm 31 years old, and this is Financial Audit.
What do you do in Houston, Texas for a living?
I'm a carpet cleaner.
Carpet cleaner,
Yeah.
as we talked about before the show.
Yes.
I could have used you recently.
So, right, yeah.
Oh,
I started the business in 2020.
Ooh, business owner.
Yeah. So I do a couple other things I'll dive into, but
so business owner, do you have any employees?
just
under
me,
you?
myself, and I, solo owner operator.
How's that business
pulled the
been
trigger
going
on
so far?
First 2 years was great. 2021, great. 2022, great. But like barely making it. You know what I mean? And then 2023 bombed.
Bombed?
Yeah, like the
I wanted to
job
hear the
average kind of just dropped.
Why? Have carpets all of a sudden just stayed magically clean this year so far?
No, I have no idea what happened, but because of that, I had to pick up 2 other jobs. So I am.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm also.
In the world of business, and there's a lot of things that I need to track metrics here and all throughout the business. We usually try to determine what is happening all throughout.
Right.
What were you able to?
So
That's not a good sign if we're not able to at least.
yeah,
Get a good guess.
right. That's why I'm here for your guidance and help with what I should be doing differently. I'm trying different avenues to try and because I want to keep it afloat. I'm not dropping it.
But like, what has happened other than just not getting business? Were there reoccurring clients before that all of a sudden
yes.
were not? Okay.
Well, no, yeah, I'm getting repeat business. So November 2020, I traded in a Lexus I had. So before pulling the trigger on the business, I, was living great. You know what I mean? Credit score good and all that stuff. So in these last 3 years is what's been the decline of my credit score and everything, up spending on the credit cards, and just pretty much
balances.
Yeah, pretty much putting it all towards advertising. It's been
That's what that is?
Yeah, just all advertising. Yeah. So not knowing where the cost of everything's going.
Checking account. Do you have a business checking account?
No.
So 3 years and we haven't separated finances at all?
Yeah, I just recently, maybe a couple months ago, opened the business credit card. So, kind of help divide.
That's the last thing you need is another credit card. Though.
Right.
I'm just talking about keeping your finances separate.
Yeah.
There's certainly a transitionary period where this was just like, okay, I was just doing this for fun. Then I'm like, oh crap, this is a business. Oh crap, it's like actually a business. So you're going to have some overlap and just things that are reoccurring that are going to be on another account.
Right.
And I still need to take some time for a couple reoccurring subscriptions and switch them to my business from personal.
Right. So I'm trying to divide
years.
it. Yeah. It's just because
a little different.
I didn't feel like I didn't need to open it up from day one because it felt irrelevant to me.
Year 2.
It felt irrelevant to me because having to pull out money from the checking.
Okay, how's your accounting
transfer?
Been? How's your taxes been? How's that all been these last few years?
It's been good. This year though, my guy's been putting an extension on, or he put an extension on it, so I have for this year have not filed.
Whoa. One second. When we're talking this year, are we talking what we would have filed this year for last year?
Yeah.
Okay, so last year is still just keeps getting canned down the road.
Yeah.
Why? For why?
No,
but why? Sure, he's doing it, but why?
I haven't bothered calling him about it.
Well.
So, but yeah, he's kind of just been.
I don't know if in business owner situation I'm doing like, okay, hey, buddy, old pal, old man, old dude.
Yeah, he's not really.
Help me out.
And he's
Let's
in another
use a
state.
Professional.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm trying to find somebody, here locally that I can just give all my expenses to, and they can help me with that. But
what'd you make in 2020? This business. What did it bring in?
Oh. So it launched November, so I only had one job.
Okay,
I was still doing.
What did it make? 2021.
Maybe 15. Maybe like less than 20, less than 20,000.
2022. What did it make?
Less than 30. Or no, I'm sorry, not less than 30. About 30.
Okay, in the right direction.
Yes, yeah, right, correct.
2023 so far, almost the end of the year. How much have we brought in this year so far?
I believe I've surpassed 30. I could check.
I thought you said it went down the drain this year. You're already above last year, even if not by much. So that's a different picture.
Right.
So what do you mean things have changed?
So my job average has gone down I mean, it's not gone down. It's just,
So
been,
what has gone up to make
I've
the
been
income
teetering. Just, more in the grand scheme of things. Yeah. The jobs have been, I've been getting more customers and things like that, but it's been on a very slow. So my overall, what I'm seeing, the big picture is, my overall job average has not been, I haven't hit. So in the beginning, I hit 15 jobs average. The first 2 years was, on a good month. And then this third year, my job average, I'm lucky to maybe hit 10 jobs.
Lovely. So then what has happened? What has happened to the point where a couple months to go, 2.5 months to go left in the year, you've made what you made entirety of last year, even with less clients? Is your prices higher? Are the jobs bigger? What has happened? How is the business switched?
My minimums are bigger. I'm charging more now.
Do you think this is impacting how many clients are coming in?
No.
I don't even that market is beyond me because I've never had a carpet or rug cleaned once in my life. I've never requested that. I needed it.
Yeah.
For the dog explosion that recently happened.
Right.
I just threw it away because it was too far gone.
The way I got into the business is I worked for a couple other companies and I just really enjoyed the field. I was fortunate enough to be trained by one of the best. He was a manager at one of another top competitor's company, and our paths happened across each other, and he taught me everything he knew. And so that was back from 2015 to 2017. And then when I quit in 2017 and found something else, jobs were declining. They paid us per job. That's why I had to leave. But I still love the field. So anyway, fast forward in those 3 years, saved up the money, and then it ate away at my savings and all that.
I know the equipment for this can be.
So
money.
I traded in that Lexus, got a used truck. I have a 2006 Toyota Tundra that I run it with, fully paid for. The Lexus paid for it pretty much. And then the equipment cost me about a little over $5,000, between $5,000 to $10,000, equipment, chemicals, and all that stuff.
You do a house, 2,500 square feet. Let's say it's a 3-bedroom house. The bedrooms are the ones that are carpeted. How long are you spending on that house?
2 hours tops.
2 hours. So
max.
You could do
like an hour and a half.
You could do 2 to 3 houses like that a day.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So we're certainly not anywhere close to your limit.
You're right. Yeah. No, the volume is not there. It's been on a, like I said, it's been tough.
I just wanted to make sure.
Right.
Okay. So where are people finding you?
Facebook, Yelp, Google.
Google Maps? Are you on Google Maps?
Yeah, Google Maps. Yep.
Okay.
I just recently started Yelp. Yeah. So,
okay.
Like I said, first year, I mean, really all my bread and butter was coming.
Thumbtack and stuff like that.
No, because they charge you like they'll take a cut, and I'd rather, we'll find you jobs. But
well, I get that too. But again, when I search for a small little job I need to be done, that's like
Thumbtack
where I go. Yeah, unless it's like a major thing, then I'm like looking around town, who's the best of the best. But if I need a small little job,
sure,
you're trying to get your foot in the door, right, for a lot of these people, and you're doing like a job every few days when you could be doing a few jobs a day.
Right.
So it's like, okay, sure, you might give up a little, but if we get some clients that are going to have there's a dude that's built some furniture that was just like beyond my mental capacity. I heard him off Thumbtack and built furniture. I was like, damn, this is good. Next 5 times I've needed that over the past 3 years, I don't go to Thumbtack. I call the dude.
Go to him. Okay.
This is an opportunity to just get in the door. Usually people, I have a feeling, unless it's just a big emergency, if someone is coming in and getting their carpets cleaned, those luxury spending individuals, again, if it's not an emergency, I don't know. I'm fuck carpets. Carpets are gross. I don't know why people have carpets. Whatever. I feel like they're probably going to come back in 6 months to a year, whatever their overall. I'm sure they have like an idea of how often I want to get this cleaned. I want to get this cleaned. I want to get this cleaned. If there's someone who gets their carpets cleaned when it's not an emergency, right? They're probably going to call the dude that did a good job at a good price. So getting your foot in the door, I think, is an important thing. I don't know if we can be complaining and be very nitpicky in your situation. Sounds like we've made, okay, so you've made $30,000 this year so far. We're 10.5 months in. You said you have other income sources. I know that.
Right.
So we'll get there. But from the business side of things, I mean, you were bringing in $2,857 a month.
Gross.
Gross, yes.
Yeah,
now, I know you pay for
advertising.
Yeah. But equipment repairs, hopefully you're putting a little money aside for that, for when it's necessary. Okay, so let's talk your income then. So what do you think you pull on average this year so far from your income for from your business for yourself?
Oof. The business, I mean, is a nonprofit. Really, everything is going.
Really,
towards,
so all that goes right into advertising. Jeez, we do a little bit of Facebook advertising, but it doesn't cost that much. Facebook advertising is cheap, but are you just like
so from
going full?
At the start, I did it myself, maybe spending 20 a day, 30 a day, whatever it took, right? 40, 50 a day, just trial and error, trying different images, different descriptions, different audiences. But then just recently, maybe a few months ago, hired a marketing team, $300 a month. And then they take it over. Yeah.
But you're not willing to do something like Thumbtack?
Right. Yeah. So this guy, $300 a month. And he's took over the Facebook stuff.
When again? I'm sorry, you said
August-ish.
August.
Something like
so
that.
Since August, had a couple months.
And the volume of jobs has increased.
Good.
Which is great.
Increase the dollar amount necessary to justify, at least break even?
I mean, the volume versus if I would have still kept doing it.
Volume. I'm talking dollar amount, though.
Dollar amount, probably the same kind of jobs I could have gotten, but just he's finding them better and easier. He's getting more engagement out of these ads.
Are you making more money or less or the same overall?
Same, I guess.
Okay, so you're losing money by giving him $300 a month for this. What is up?
No,
if you're making the same amount of money than you were doing before, and you're giving an additional $300 away for this dude to bring in the same amount of money, then that is you making.
No. Yeah, so I'm paying him. Yeah, so the volume is there. He's getting more engagement out of this ad versus if I were to do it, I'd be just throwing away that 20, 30 a
money,
day.
Correct? I want to take a brief moment to thank today's episode sponsor, HelloFresh. As many of you know from watching this show, life can get pretty hectic. Or after a long day of working and talking to some wonderful guests on my show, the last thing I want to do is think about what to make for dinner. And since I'm out of bad debt and have a fully funded emergency fund, that's why I get some help from HelloFresh. I talk about my struggles of balancing life, balancing work, and balancing my health. I'm open and honest about it, and HelloFresh has been a big help with that. Instead of going out to eat all the time after a busy day, which technically I can afford but is bad for my health, HelloFresh helps me stick to a better diet. Saves me time on busy days, and it's healthy, fits in my caloric needs. With over 40 delicious recipes every week, there's always something new to discover. HelloFresh keeps things exciting so you'll never get bored with your meals. They'll do all the shopping and meal planning for you. You can expect pre-portioned, fresh ingredients right to your doorstep, along with easy-to-follow recipe cards. It's like having your own personal chef to keep your tummy happy. Even during your crazy busy days, HelloFresh has your back with quick and easy options like their 15-minute meals. That's much less time than getting food delivered. And let's not forget how HelloFresh can save you money. Not only are HelloFresh meals healthier than most takeout options, but they can be less expensive as well. So not only can you enjoy a healthy home-cooked meal, but you can do it while saving some money. So if you don't have any bad debt and you have a fully funded emergency fund, make sure to try out HelloFresh and get 16 free meals. 16 free meals. Come on, it's free. Click the link in the description below or go to HelloFresh.com and use the code HAMMER16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping. The offer is for new subscribers only and varies by plan across 9 boxes. That's code HAMMER16 at HelloFresh.com for 16 free meals. There's different kinds of engagements. There's different kinds of engagements for different kinds of products.
Right.
Sure, you can get someone to click and you can get someone to sign up for a list. Lovely. Fantastic. What you're trying to get is someone converting into a paid for customer who's calling you and getting you to come clean their carpet. Now, there is the, of course, classic, just like get your name in their head. Okay, next time they think of you, next time, their dog goes and diarrhea is all over the carpet. Lovely. Sure. Great. I need to call someone up. Right. They might remember, I saw this thing. That's so hard because we're getting inundated with ads every single day. I can't remember the Facebook ad that I see. First of all, I can't remember because I don't open that app. What a terrible app. Right. But either way, I can't remember an ad I've seen on any platform that I care about the next day. So I don't know if that strategy is the one working for you. Okay. All I'm trying to figure out, and I'm a little upset that you can't seem to answer, is the overall, is it worth it? Yeah, I have no idea. This was, like I said, just this recent thing that I had him take over. A couple months ago. So before it was just me doing everything. Now, I'm okay with, I've brought on a couple full-time employees. There's a couple things I outsource, and this helps me put my time more on other things that I want to do.
Right.
That's great, and that can do that. And I know there's not going to be a measurable return instantly, maybe even 2 months, but after like a quarter, especially 2 quarters, I would like to be able to start measuring this. So maybe this is we do this till the end of the year, but if you're not seeing measurable returns, financially speaking, at least, like let's start getting some of this converting into dollar bills for you because you're not making any money.
So about the marketing people, I'm planning to, like I said, this was only August, so I've only paid them August, September, and October now. I am not planning to do the recurring payment again because I have 2 other jobs because of the decline this year. Well, not decline, but the volume.
What's your other job? Because you bring in nothing from this company.
Right.
Okay, so what's your other jobs?
So I am a delivery driver for Amazon. Okay. And that's 4 days a week. So the other 3 days I schedule the carpet. Maybe I'll have 1 a day. So that shows up. I work 7 days a week. And then Friday and Saturday nights, Papa John's delivery driver as well. So I'm driving all the time, nonstop.
Really? You're working extra to get out of the debt that you got into for the business you're no longer working in.
Right. No, well, no. Not I'm no longer working in. Right. Yeah. The carpet. Like I said, I still want to keep it afloat. That's why I picked up Amazon, because I've seen that I'm barely hitting 10 jobs a month.
I can certainly respect that. It's a bummer of a situation that we took out the debt, we leveraged to invest in a business, and the business has not returned over the past 3 years to be able to at least manage the debt. So now we have to work even extra outside of it, which means there's a girlfriend sitting behind me.
It's another expense.
She's probably not She's probably not thrilled that you're working 7 days a week and nights.
Right.
Has that impacted your relationship? Just curious.
I mean, there's no. It's just it's been.
How sustainable do you think this is? How long have you been doing this?
The other two other jobs. This was a recent thing. Also, August. Everything had changed in August.
Okay.
It was before I was just home with her all the time. Like I said, the average was 10 jobs a month. So the other 20 days I'm
home,
doors, not
dude?
trying to.
I know that's old school, but like if we're sitting at home, let's at least try something.
Right. No, I haven't.
Set up booths in front of places, man, and just give out like discount cards, staple up pieces of paper where they can pull it, and like, hey, if you have this, you get 25% off of carpet cleaning.
Yeah.
They take the thing down,
What I've tried. So what I first started when I first launched it was sign spinning, because I have a history with that as well. In high school as a senior, sign spun for this company.
Dang, I wish we had a sign so we could see you do that.
Yeah, it's really fun. So I have a TikTok for the business page as well, so you can see.
We'll link it in the description. Sure. Yeah, so send that to us.
So you can see it. But so I sign spun for another company, so that's why I really enjoyed it. 6 years later, moved on with my life and my 20s and whatever. Did my 20s, right? Anyway, fast forward 6 years later, come back to that same company because I'm struggling again. I just find them just looking on Craigslist, sign spinning, right? And it turns out to be the same company. And she ends up offering me a project manager position, the area manager at the time. Okay. Work for them for a little bit, and then what happens? I'm working.
What is this? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just showing how I got to sign spinning for my own business. So
you think that's the most effective way?
No. I just said no. That's how I started it. That's how I was getting the business, and first couple months. Yeah. I was just doing that on the weekends.
I didn't like to hear that you were just sitting waiting for a job. I know you got your online algorithms working for you, but that's when we just get out there and we grind. Dude.
What I was depending on is the online advertising, and like I said, in the beginning was.
Well, why didn't you get out there and just like, what do they call beat pavement or whatever the concept is?
Hit the ground running or whatever. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Just like
I just depended on the online advertising. I was like, maybe if I just put more to it.
Why did you not, for a business that you cared about, that you're willing to take that out, and that you're trying to keep afloat by working nights and every day of the week?
Mm-hmm.
Why did we never try to do any other forms of in-person contact? No one likes someone knocking on the door and trying to sell something.
Yeah,
but.
I couldn't think of anything.
On cars, getting things sent out in the mail, with the discount code for a carpet cleaning. The thing with this is, when it comes to I love business. I'm not, growing my business and stuff. I'm becoming more educated, and there's always so much to learn. My dad has a small business that's become successful after I moved out after high school. My grandpa had a small business, and he has a nonprofit now. that helps. Well, whatever, it doesn't really matter. And then my grandma had a Cornerstone. So I love business in general. I love it. With that, a lot of the things that I'm just throwing out here, are they all good ideas? No, of course not. But that's the thing. We just throw out ideas. We see what sticks. We see what works. You just weren't trying things, man.
Yeah.
You tried some Facebook stuff, some Yelp stuff. Lovely. Mm-hmm. Now let's go do more. We're not sitting at home. We're not. Now what I'm even curious, I know there's bills to
7
pay.
days a week.
I know there's bills to pay, especially the debt. Mm-hmm. What I'm curious now, is it worth more your time if the business is still what you want the future to be, for you to be putting your time into these extra jobs? We need to look at the numbers to determine that.
Right.
But maybe not all the time there, and more, let's get out. Let's try to knock a door. Hey, I'm going around the neighborhood. I just had a job that I finished a few houses down. And I just finished a job a few houses down, finished it early. Hey, I got some extra time. I'll do a 50% off my carpet cleaning. And you say whatever the price that actually is. Right. I don't know. Again, might be a idea, but we're just throwing all ideas out when we're trying ideas, seeing what sticks, seeing what works. Mm-hmm. You didn't try any of them. So is it more valuable for you to be doing all this extra work outside of your business instead of actually attempting things within your business to grow it at this time?
Well, what I was considering is, I know they were just recent, but with the August changes of applying for new jobs, now that I got, that Amazon came about, Papa John's came on first. So I had to
love the garlic sauce.
I had to change up the availability and only work Fridays and Saturdays. So now doing that for the last month, I've been debating on whether it's worth keeping it or not, or opening those nights up, because there are family issues as well that I'm dealing with. Okay. Do you want to tell us what's going on to give us some context? Or even general? Just they're depending on me a lot. I need to help. I need to be there. No, not financially, just to be accessible to drive. They just flew in internationally.
Were you born here? Did you come here?
No, I'm born and raised in Houston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Born and raised in Houston. It's just her family's come over, I'm trying to help her mom.
Sure.
Drive them around and get to what they need to.
I totally support that.
So it's personal problems, and then trying to.
Is the girlfriend able to help with that a lot? And I assume she already is.
Help with what?
Well, that.
Drive.
The driving help and everything.
So we're pretty much giving them the shirts on our backs, since they don't have much.
I just want to make sure this is equal distribution, or is it just you?
She's
cool.
helps.
That was the question.
Yeah, she helps.
Good. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I have nothing against that. I mean, family is everything, so we're helping family. I know you guys aren't married, but even still, I get it. Right. How long have you guys been together?
2 years collectively, going on 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Wonderful. Mm-hmm. So with the money that you're bringing in now, what are we bringing in? What hits your account on average on a monthly basis now across everything? We're like 30 minutes into this, and let's get the number that I usually get within 5.
Right. Average monthly, with everything.
Yes.
Oof. Gross. I have no idea. So Amazon.
So 24. I take it we don't budget.
Yeah. Right. No. Well, so I do, but I have no idea. So carpet, $4,000 to $5,000 gross, and then
you said
Amazon.
You said you bring not gross. What hits your account? You said you bring in nothing from the. You said nothing hits your account from the carpet cleaning. That's what you told me. You said it all goes back to the business. Are we changing our answer?
No. Yeah, it does. I'm just saying, it immediately goes back into advertising.
Dude, what hits your account? Not business. Not business, because you're putting that in. What money do you have that you can use for your own bills, dude?
What money?
Dude.
I don't know the exact
Please hit the subscribe button now to make me feel better, because I'm struggling. It's okay. Maybe I'm just not getting it across. It's okay. I just have very bad patience skills. So,
no, you're fine.
After taxes and whatever benefits and things like this, what comes in after little, Papa J, the other one, the delivery driver.
So I can divide it up for you.
Tell me what
Papa John's is about $200 a week.
Is what comes in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
1 second. 200 times 52 divided by 12. Okay, that's an average of $866 a month. Mm-hmm. Go on.
Amazon $2,400 a month.
is what comes in.
Yes.
And everything from the business goes out, so we can't count any of that, correct? Correct. Or do you keep any pennies from there?
All that goes back to advertising.
Okay, so 3,266. Am I being mean? The girlfriend was a little nervous. I'm just very forward, and I don't have patience very well. I'm trying to work on it, but $3,266. Does that sound about right? Is that what comes home?
Sure. That goes
Sure
to bills.
What?
It goes to credit cards. It all goes to cards.
No. I'm just trying to get what. Do you not get that? Do you not get? I'm just trying to get what comes in before you spend on your personal expenses.
I guess I don't, because all of that, every money, every dime that I get goes to the credit card bills.
Am I being pranked right now?
No, I swear.
Am I being pranked right now? Are there hidden cameras? Oh, there's a camera here. There's a camera here. Are there hidden cameras that you had staged? Oh my gosh. Okay, 3,266. That's what I'm going to go with because I just can't get an answer.
Sure. Because that all goes towards the credit cards.
No. That's not what my question was. Goodness. Okay. I'm being. I need to.
No, you're fine.
We have a city custom cash card.
Mm-hmm.
Cash. Maybe I'm not delivering my questions in the right. I'm gonna have to watch this back because everything's in the moment.
Yeah.
It feels. I know for people watching, it feels like, oh my goodness, you could have edited all this and made it look better. Like everything's just in the moment, and we just show everything that you allow us to show because you can cut anything. But maybe I'm just not asking it right now. I'm just gonna have to look back. But we'll see. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. It'd also be nice to him if I am answering it, asking it correctly, and he just can't figure it out.
Yeah, I can't figure it out.
We don't know who's in the confusion here. $1,073.02 owed on here. $32 of interest was stolen from you. You did make a big payment of $900 though.
Yeah. So all the credit card statements you see, I don't use any of them. So they were all transferred from.
That's incorrect. But go ahead.
Now I don't use any of them now.
We're coming on the show, so I'm not. I have one. Okay.
I have one.
We're going off of history. We're not going off of what you did this second of your life.
I have one everyday spend card. It's the Discover one. You'll see. But City Custom Cash.
Spend on balances we can't pay off. That makes sense. That's smart. That's logic.
The Custom Cash was the one that I used before.
What's BAL-TM offer? BAL-TM offer for? You have like it financed through here at 24% interest, I think. Is that a standard purchase? It's okay. Wait. Oh no, sorry.
Balance.
It's a balance transfer.
Yes.
Wow, I feel like an idiot for not being able to read that, but that's okay. $243 was stolen from you this year so far on this card, which is pretty brutal.
Yeah. The advertising spend has outpaced the spending, daily spending.
Please. My heart can't take anymore. Okay, so this is a big balance transfer from what?
So what I've done over the years was just continue to transfer over balances to take advantage of the 0% interest rates. But the spending, like I said, is
what are you
over or has outpaced the advertising spending.
What are you?
What do you mean?
What are you? Come on.
What do you mean?
Come on, buddy. What are you? You are not a credit card person. You're not even close to a credit card person.
You'll see.
You're a credit card person. What?
You'll see the other cards.
No.
You'll see the.
I've gone through all the cards. I've gone through your accounts, dude. If you are losing $31 on interest on a single card that you're not fully paying off, and $243 this year so far on one card out of all the cards we're going to look at, you are not a credit card person. You're not a credit card person. You're not a credit card person. Good. Are you a credit card person?
I would like to think so.
All right.
It's just the business aspect.
What are we even doing? Well, but if If you have that and you're losing that interest, and we're losing an additional $2.92 on this card, how can we possibly consider ourselves for a single moment a credit card person? You know what that means? If you lose a single dollar, a cent, if you lose a single cent in interest within a single year, you are not a credit card person. You have not managed it correctly. Yeah. It's as simple as that. You don't need to be a credit card person. I don't care if you're a credit card person. It doesn't matter. It's not a status symbol. It's not anything. Who gives a shit if you're a credit card person or not? Well, the way I talk about that, and the reason I talk about that is to keep people safe from falling in. I just spit all over you. I'm sorry. No, to keep people safe, to keep people out of the trap of credit cards. Yeah. Who gives a shit if you're a credit card person or not? It doesn't really matter. If the small minority of people that can take advantage, get the points, make a couple of $100 extra dollars a year, that's lovely. You've lost more than you could have possibly gained this year so far. So again, are you a credit card person?
Not right now, I guess.
We made a $50 payment here, which was basically the minimum monthly payment. We have a new balance, $1,697.93. We had such a lovely little conversation before this. I was not expecting to have my heart broken.
Because these are all just balances that like I said, they have all been transferred from one card to the next with still remaining balance. So like I'll get approved for, let's say one card is holding 10 grand and then the new card I apply for gets only approved for a 5,000 limit. So then I transfer over 4 to the next one. And then I still have that remaining balance, which I just pay as much lovely. As I can and just never use again.
Surprise, I know how credit card transfers work. But I also know that $92.31 being stolen from you this year so far and having absolutely no benefit means that you're not a credit card person. It doesn't work like that. And that's a love you, by the way. But you can't. And it's also, so balance transfer, and then we had a standard purchase. Something you have a standard purchase balance on here that wasn't fully paid. It's only a couple bucks. Even still, if we have a standard purchase balance on here of $2.93 and we didn't pay that off, $2.93, $2.93, and we didn't pay that off.
Yeah,
buddy, we're worlds apart from being a credit card person. Worlds apart. Use the Fizz card if you're going to use a card so you can at least get the same benefits of increasing your credit score, but at least it just automatically pays off that purchase. That's all you need. Stop trying to finesse. Finessing are for those who can actually finesse and have a proven record of being able to finesse without up.
I was able to finesse before I opened the business. The business is what's been what
so you
put me in the hole.
You backtracked, but guess what? You've been opening cards since then. You just opened one a few months ago. If you know you backtracked, then we're not doing that anymore. It's as simple as that. Freedom.
Yeah, all the Chase cards are from a personal loan transfer. So I took out a personal loan at the beginning of opening the business. Towards the beginning. And then there was a 0% interest offer for the Chase cards. So I transferred over the personal loan balance that I had, a big chunk of it, to all the Chase cards to take advantage of that 0% interest. But now that year has surpassed, and I've been getting it.
Who would have thought that would
I've been getting hit the interest now.
Oh, who would have possibly?
I was hoping I'd be in a better position by a year later.
Let's make our financial decisions fully based on hope. That's great. That's great. May as well be NFTs. $14.38 has been stolen from you this month so far. $170 of payments made. Congratulations. And here's you. F*** you. You're wrong. You lied to me. $62.89 of purchases. Oh, that one. Oh,
I know.
The one that actually happened. That may have happened. Who would have thought that was an automatic happened?
That's an automatic yearly.
And that's what dude, that's where people get constantly is automatic stuff. That's just
I just haven't transferred it to the new card yet.
I love Game Pass. Game Pass is great. You don't have Game Pass. Not while we're doing this stuff. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. You're spending your time going knocking on doors trying to clean people's carpets, not playing video games.
Right. Yeah.
$100 has been stolen from you this year so far in interest, and we did lovely little Xbox Game Pass. Again, love Game Pass. I do. Whatever. Doesn't even matter. Okay. What was the minimum monthly payment on that? It's 40. Okay. What's it? Shit. Yes. Yes. Okay. Freedom flex. Even more freedom being brought into our life. Lovely. You are so free right now. I can't even handle it. Just like, just full freedom going everywhere around here. National anthem blaring in the background with our $134.89 of interest being aggressively stolen from us. Didn't even see, in the context of the situation, conversation, this number means so much more to me now than it did when I was reviewing this beforehand. $5,671 of death. Oi. Well, thank you for giving us a more unique situation than we've had in a bit. It's quite interesting. It's going to be a tough challenge to go through, just putting a plan together, which is going to be a fun mental exercise. Hasn't been a fun mental exercise so far, hearing lies and justifications and confusion, but that's okay. Total interest this year so far, $274 has been stolen. But again, for this previous month, it's been $134. So this period just ended then, right? The interest-free period.
Yeah.
So 25.99%. And that's all of your debts, though. There's no more debt?
No, there's a bunch of credit card debt. Well, what do you mean? There's still statements.
The car, or whatever this is. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I thought we were getting into the checking. I think the positive energy just tried to come out, and then it was immediately crushed. Okay, so
this was actually another attempt at outsourcing, doing a side income thing. Turo, I don't know if I want to give them that publicity, but bought a car to put on Turo, and it's covered the monthly payment of the car, but
and maintenance.
And maintenance,
depreciating value.
Yeah, it's covered it all. But now, most recently, obviously everything's happening recently. A couple months ago, one of the guests had an accident with the car, and it was in the shop for like 2 months, so no revenue, and I'm still obviously responsible for the car
something
payment.
Within that app that like the guest has to take care of that.
Yeah, insurance covered it all, but
even
I still had to pay the car payment.
Yeah, okay. I'm surprised it's not something.
So they just covered the damages.
Like an agreement that they would sign where it's like covering loss of revenue or something. Or
Turo offers, like, if you need another car while your car's in the shop, like up to 30 a day or up to 50 a day rental car type of thing. But
this is interesting. I have heard of them. I've never used one, and I've never intended to use one or put my car up for. And I've only met a couple of people who've talked about either them or companies like theirs.
Yeah.
What really sucks, man, is, I mean, this is just overall increases your risk profile, because we're trying to have a business that obviously isn't paying the bills, not even close. You're putting everything back into it and working 7 days a week, including nights, in order to survive.
Yeah.
You had a paid for car because you sold your Mercedes. Lexus.
Sold
sure.
Lexus,
it's just, another car that exists. I'm not a car person, so I don't really know the difference.
Traded it in for the old school truck, and
and you had a paid for car. Have a paid for car.
Yep.
But we decided, let's go get some card debt, because that's fun.
I wanted to try the Turo thing because it just seemed interesting.
An interesting way to try. When I try something, I try it with like $100. You tried it with a current payoff balance of $20,418
at 4% interest.
That's quite a try. 4% interest, yes, but again, it's a car you don't need. 2, you don't know if the business is this long-term viable, especially throughout the entire $20,000 loan thing.
Yeah.
If you did it in cash, that's a different story. So we've recorded a lot of episodes of Financial Audit, and we have a ton in the backlog. Because of this, we're actually going to be releasing an uncensored version on the first Sunday of every month. And in order to support the growth of this channel and bring in on some future employees to make this show even better, we're actually going to be launching that on our Patreon. If it fits in your budget, and only if it fits in your budget, feel free to help support this channel with only a few cups of coffee a month, linked below. Again, that's going to be an extra uncensored episode every single month on the first Sunday of the month, starting in the month of November. So check out the link in the description below if you want to help support the growth of this channel and bringing on more employees as well. And as a thank you, we're giving you that extra episode every month.
Trying to leverage.
Yeah, but on a business venture that really doesn't have a very long track record.
Yeah.
Like, okay, maybe you're doing this to be a taxi driver. That's different. But because that has a track record in some major cities. Yeah. This one's, I know it's at a 4% interest, but you know what a 4% interest on a debt creates?
What?
A minimum monthly payment, and you can't even afford to survive right now.
Yeah.
So really, in the end, after all the words said about this, it comes down to that.
Yeah, since the accident, now that I finally have it back, I've been considering selling it to finally be done with.
What's it worth right now?
With it, I'd be under. That's why.
How much?
They are offering 17 and I owe
Who's offering?
19. All the dealers,
Okay, what about private sale?
Carvana,
What about private
CarMax.
sale?
Give me the VIN.
What about private sale?
I've seen on Auto Trader like 22, which would be great if I could get that.
Yeah.
That range.
So it sounds like 22 private sale, 17 trade-in.
Yeah.
So let's try to meet in the middle, dude. Sell it for $20,418 and call it done.
If I could.
Just lower your risk profile.
Right.
This is one conversation that I had with Grandma on my show, and I can almost see it replicated on your own. Now, I wasn't going to go into a big risk profile, lots of debt and things to do it, but I was talking about doing the franchise.
Right.
And just defocusing my focus, obviously. So, but just, deviating from my income source. Now, your income source right now necessarily isn't the business, but that's what you want it to be. So it's a different situation in general. But I would say even more so in your situation than that situation where I already had an operation up and running and just it's going well. You don't have a situation up and running and doing well that you want to do well with the business. So it makes sense for you to focus all your time, energy, and money into it instead of taking on something that's for your income, dude. This is almost what you made this year so far from your business. So it's an intense capital risk to be bringing on in your situation. I'd get rid of it today. I would do that. I would private sale it, man.
Yeah.
Even if you're struggling to private sale it at $2,000 under what it says the value is online, then yeah, trade it in and borrow $3,000 and pay off that $3,000 as quick as you can.
Okay.
$3,000 paying off versus $20,000 in your risk profile, in your business that's not bringing in money, in you working 7 days a week, including nights, this just simply isn't worth it to me.
Yeah.
I only answer questions on what would I do if I was sitting over there. I would get rid of it.
Yeah. So yeah, she's driving that one now.
So she's driving this car now.
Yes.
So she had to sell her car.
Correct.
For just situations beyond her control. Just protecting privacy and stuff. So she had to sell it. So now she's driving this car.
Yeah.
Okay. This isn't her audit. But I'm just going to be real. I'm going to be very real. This is under your name. You've been dating for 2 years. You guys are not married yet. No, get rid of this car. If she needs to get a car, including getting a loan on a car, that's for her. In your situation where you're just not making money and working 7 days a week, again, I could go through the whole list a billion more times. And we have debts that were massive debts and a huge $5,671 credit card. And we're just not making ends meet. We're not paying for someone else's car.
Right.
It's essentially like a gift that you have right now.
Yeah.
I know you guys are in a relationship. It feels like a partnership. Legally, it's not. We're just not doing that right now. If you guys are married, it's a different story. Get rid of it. If she needs to get a car loan, she can. I don't know her financial situation. Maybe she'd have an emergency fund to be able to do it. We don't need to talk about it. That even, look, left from my best buddies. Money guy. I love them. And I always forget which numbers come first when I talk about them because I love their thing and I'll use it. Look, if you're watching this, I'm using the laminated that you left behind. Love you guys so much. Where did it go? Yeah, 23-8 rule. So that's what it is. 20% down, no longer than 3 years to pay off at 8% of your income, of your gross income. Is what the monthly payment should be. So if you're going to get a car loan, that's the way to at least minimize your overall risk profile. No one likes car loans. We would prefer, obviously, getting it cash. But obviously, we talked about that. And that might not be possible. But maybe she gets a beater, what's considered a beater today, within her category. So you just can't have this. This doesn't make sense for your situation. So that's all of your debt, though. So after we went through that car loan, that's it.
The Discover pay card. Discover's not on there?
I don't have Discover.
You should.
I don't have Discover.
Oh, okay. Discover is the everyday card that I'm using for everything.
Including your spending?
Discover is my.
Well, that's the one I needed.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that we needed.
My producer's frantically looking at her laptop. What's owed on it?
14,000.
You pay it off every month?
That's the daily spend.
Credit card person. The fact that you even possibly considered that, you're gonna lose my mind. What's the minimum monthly payment?
Couple hundred, maybe 150.
What's the minimum monthly payment?
Hold on. Let me look it up then. Hold on.
Brave of you to walk into this room, having watched every episode before this. I respect the fuck out of you, and thank you for putting your situation on display, because other people are going to relate to it who are trying to get businesses off the ground and hopefully don't end up in a situation like yours. So it's going to be educational for others, but also very brave of you. Good job, because I know my emotions.
Okay, I did find it.
Okay, it wasn't in the. Yeah, there was this.
Minimum monthly payment.
I got it.
Oh.
I'm just trying to make sure this is on my camera.
Okay.
So, cool.
You got it.
Someone's getting in trouble.
It was quite a bit.
It's 1,100. It's 11,000.
It said 14,000 originally.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
I think it's at 14 now.
Haha. That's hilarious. Yes, our entire future. What a joke.
Yep.
So did you even give a single
I do. That's why I'm
your
here.
Future?
That's why I'm here.
This is a step. Do you even give a You've watched every episode, so you've been around for a second. You know that this isn't something that we would even come close to considering being okay. I was wondering where your spending was, because I couldn't find it.
Yeah, that's where it is.
Oh, that's where it is.
That's the gold mine.
Going to the tea house. Oh my gosh. Pluckers. Endless gas and gasoline. Animal Draft House. Okay, at least you're going to a decent movie theater, but you're not going to a movie theater. Mm-mm. You're working for one. Alamo. So much gas. My gosh. Fusion button. Hopefully we're writing off the gas at least the best we can. Simiosi. I don't know what that is. But it's a restaurant. We're eating at the restaurant in IKEA. Great. Dave & Buster's. Cura Revolving Sushi. I've grown to love sushi recently, but you shouldn't be doing it right now. AMC. Again, we went from a good movie theater to a complete movie theater, so that's a step backwards. Bernardo. Interest this year so far, $127. 50 cents of fees. Who knows why? It's at 25.24% interest. You didn't have any interest charged this last month. Why?
So that was the one of the transfer things I was telling you about earlier that I took advantage of, the 0% interest.
Took advantage of. You're kicking the can down the road.
While still spending.
They're taking advantage of you.
Yeah.
They're taking advantage of you. There's no you taking advantage of. There's no you taking advantage of. You are being taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Never use that phrase again in this situation.
They offered a 0% interest for 1 year, so
I'm sure they did, and just like every other card that you've done for that. Guess what? It ends. You still have a balance because you didn't take responsibility and control of your situation, and interest starts to accrue. Are you telling me there's $1,000 that I don't know about on another card, or was it transferred to a card? It was transferred to one of the cards we've already seen.
We're talking about $1,000.
You transferred some of this money, correct? Off of into another card or onto this card?
Onto this card.
Okay.
Last year.
Oh, I'm sorry if I'm beating you up. I'm just this is painful.
That's why I'm here. My girl said I have a humiliation kink that you're here to humiliate me, and I get a.
Well, I don't want to know what's going on under the table. Good thing we don't have a camera down there. $2,744 is what you have in your checking account. A lot of money comes in, a lot of money goes out. We sell out some money, and that's pretty much it. That's happening here. Savings, if we can call it that, $70.
Yeah, nothing.
Wouldn't be using this anyway because we're annual percentage use 0.00. Yeah. I use SoFi because it's really good. If you set out direct deposits, bonuses all the way up to $250. That's
my Roth IRA.
I do like $14,000 sitting in there. Do not like that for your age, but I do like that there is money in there. And then Robinhood, there is a statement. I was wondering why before. Hey, why isn't there a statement, guys? And apparently there is. So, again, someone's getting in trouble. Oh my gosh, yeah, we're just everywhere. We have a bunch of single stocks.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of single stocks. More single stocks than I have. I'm not necessarily opposed to this. So I think it's fine. How much was in that Roth IRA? 14?
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, you're a little over where I would feel more comfortable with single stocks. Single stocks, I tend to not go over 10, 15% on the aggressive end of my overall portfolio within the stock market. You're at 27%.
Okay.
Then single stocks, so the comfort level's a little aggressive for me, but
not bad.
It's over where I'd be, so it's bad to me. It would be bad for me personally.
Okay.
You're probably more like 1,500 would be more comfortable, than the rest would just be in. Well, I'm not going to give investment advice, so we're not going to say where to put money. But the Roth IRA, what's it in?
So if you saw the statement, it's through Prudential. Some guy takes care of it. I just put monthly payments towards it, and he.
It's an active managed fund.
Mm-hmm. I believe so.
You want that?
I don't know. That's what I wanted to ask you about. If that's the right route to go, or if
I can't answer that legally.
Sure.
I have opinions.
Sure. Your opinion on it.
Well, I don't know. There's protection things, but
sure.
Me, myself, and I, where my money is low cost index funds.
Okay.
Low cost index funds that just follow the general market, and they typically meet or beat active managed funds. I will not advise what to do. I'll just say what I am in personally.
Sure.
Mostly S&P 500. I have a little more risk put in to the Qs.
Well, have you heard of that company that I have my account with?
Personally, no, but there's like a trillion active managed funds, and I personally have not cared to look at them too much individually.
Okay. Because I know I always hear about Fidelity and Charles Schwab.
Fidelity is lovely. That's where my stocks are. I had such an embarrassing moment when the money guys came on. I don't know if that episode's out. When your episode is out, I don't know where things are going, but I did experiment with a lot of things like you have, and I tried all these different mutual funds in there, and they all basically did the same thing. And then I mostly transferred out of them, but I had like 50 cents in some, $1 in some, and then like $100,000 in like actually like in the spiders. So it was really silly. But either way, that's where like my money is in general.
Okay. I will say, I mean, I haven't touched that Robinhood. I'm planning to both that one and the Roth IRA, obviously, to just not even look at, and then the money that's accumulated. My goal with the Robinhood was a dividend. What is it called? Dividend growing. Dividend growth.
You can still do it.
So the money that comes from the dividends, I put in those single stocks and stuff. So I haven't like.
I get that. Added. Okay. You can still. There are dividend mutual funds as well. There's a lot of things that can be done. A lot of options.
Yep.
Guess what? Mostly because, bullshit food was more than necessary food. Necessary food was 3.9% of your spending. Food was 7.3% of your spending. We went through them. You don't bring in a lot of money. You don't. The money that was spent out. He comes in here, my spending isn't my main issue. Yeah, well, your other large purchases, 24.6% of your spending. And that was, you always dealt out a lot of money when we had the public storage. Now, the extra miscellaneous, AMC, Dave & Buster's. So I don't know why Sports Clips was put in there. She shouldn't have put that in there. That's not. I guess it could
for the show.
But it's not. But Alamo Drafthouse and Alamo Drafthouse. So that 3% plus the 1% plus the 7%. So easily 11 to 12%. Oh, plus unknown shopping because we can't tell exactly where things from Walmart are going to. Yeah, and only 1.2% went to savings. Guess what? You put 29.3% of your spending towards debt, but another 12% could have gone to it if you wanted to, but you chose not to. Chose not to by spending it on you.
Yeah.
Plus an additional possible in those other large purchases categories, another maybe 10%, maybe 5%, kind of hard to tell, could have also gone towards debt. So maybe 15 to 20% of your spending that did not need to be spent could have gone towards debt. So almost doubling your debt payments.
Oh, okay.
So he comes in and he tells me income is my main issue. It is a big issue. Spending is not my issue. Incorrect. In reality, if you have a lot of bad debt like you have and you even go spend money on any McDubs, that's a spending issue because that should go towards debt. Is that going to be make or break in the end? No, but it's a behavior thing, and it just shows where your priorities are. Overall in your spreadsheet, you can see how the categories are broken down. It's not good, man. It's not the worst we've ever seen, but for someone who I assume wants to live a good life, who probably wants to get married, have a partnership, have a successful business, lower the risk profile, have a retirement at some point, maybe even kids, maybe even pay for their college. I don't know, assuming a lot of things there. Assuming any of that mixed and matched, the choices you're making are not supporting that future. People always ask me, what high yield savings account do I use for my own money? Some of you know by now it's SoFi. I love them. It's great for my checking account needs. It's great for my high yield savings account needs. And right now I'm getting 4.5% interest on my monies. I love that rate on my monies. So if you want to get a great rate like that on your monies, just check out the link in the description below. I have a paid affiliate link there. You can get bonuses all the way up to $250, and I took advantage of that, and you should too.
Okay.
Tisk, tisk. What is your goal even? What even is your goal here? Because it's like I can lay out a budget, I can lay out things. The discipline that has been shown after watching my show, you've clearly demonstrated that you don't give it. You might give it, but your actions have not supported that. What can we do here to actually improve your life? Is a budget actually going to even help you? I know you're going to say yes, but is it actually?
That's why I'm here. I need you to tell me clear dollar for dollar. I've just got a general idea. Okay, this is how much I spend this and this on each category.
Why haven't you sat down and budgeted? Doesn't take very long.
I don't know. I use Mint and I go through, as long as I don't surpass the limits there. But
what are your limits even set to? I bet they're ridiculous. Because you shouldn't have any limit on eating out to eat. That shouldn't exist in your situation.
It's okay if I pull it up.
Well, yeah.
So I don't have every dollar budgeted, but you can kind of see an idea. So food, see that?
There's no point of budgeting if we don't have every single cent accounted for. Like, we got to zero sum.
You can feel free to scroll and look through anything.
Oh, I am, and I do feel free to do that. Yeah, fast food. Why do we have a fast food category? Why do we have a restaurants category? This doesn't make sense. That's all I needed to see to know that your priorities are out of whack and you don't give a shit. So let's budget. What's your rent? Your portion of rent?
So we're moving next month, and it will be $900.
And what is it now?
$500.
Oh, you're. Why'd you guys upgrade? Your business doesn't bring in money. Why'd we upgrade?
More space. Because we got kind of crammed in. I moved into her situation, and so now
but let's be cramped for a second. You can't afford to live now. How are we going to afford to live then? We can be cramped while we take care of mess. You know how cramped people are in other parts of the world? You can live a fourth of the cramp that they're having to deal with.
So, one, to be closer to family. And,
lovely. Let's get there after our debt.
What was I going to say?
Probably another excuse.
Now that I have Amazon that's bringing in consistent income is why I deemed it reasonable.
So we want to work 7 days a week plus evenings for the rest of our life.
No, just Amazon is helping temporarily until
it should have helped you to get out of debt, not upgrade your living situation.
Until the debt is paid off.
That doesn't make sense. You upgraded your living situation instead, though. That's an extra $300 to $400 that could have gone towards paying off debt.
Yeah.
$400 a month in your debt situation is actually a lot. Mm-hmm. It moves the needle. All right. Utilities. Let's just do what it's going to do now, and we'll add a few bucks. How much do you pay your portion in utilities? So let's think. Well, okay. What are you paying in internet right now?
So that's she takes care of the internet and water right now.
Okay.
So gas the new place that we're moving to, she's gonna take care of electric, and I'm gonna take care of the internet, which is gonna be $70.
Gas?
No, that's part of the base rent, $900 there.
They include gas. Okay. Because they can get expensive, and depending on how bad winter is. Unless it's electric heating, but if there's gas included, then probably not. Renters insurance?
She takes care of that.
No. That's not how that works. What about renters insurance for yourself? You got to protect your own dude.
Our
not how it works.
Our stuff is in one unit.
Oh boy. Get renter's insurance, man. Protect yourself.
Okay.
Like $15 a month. Practically nothing. It can save you a lot. Again, you guys do not have co-ownership on all that stuff. There is not legal binding things here. Car insurance is on both car?
$60 for the truck.
Oh, okay.
And nothing for the Camry right now because Turo, like I said, because that was a Turo thing. So that's why.
What?
I didn't get it. Because it was a Turo car. So.
And you never drive it?
No.
How do you guys do food? Groceries?
I take care of it, whatever we need, because I'm the one that eats the most. So, and she takes care of the cooking. So I've budgeted on mints and for us not to surpass $300 a month.
Okay. We actually constructed a budget, and well, it's not public, but we constructed a budget through HEB, which I know you have access to HEB, right? Up there? Yeah. So you can go on their website. You can search. You can build out a budget, nutritional plan. We did $2,000, we did 2,000 calories to 2,500 calories. 3 meals a week plus desserts plus snacks. We did that $200. Then we upped it up to $300. We were able to do it easily because you can sort cheapest to most expensive items, and you can get some name brand items, and then you can do a pickup for free with just those items. So it's actually easy. We actually learned that with HEB, you can budget healthily. We did a healthy budget, $200 a month for a single person, but we can go up to $300. Either way, what I'm going to allow you to contribute is $300. If there needs to be more money, she can contribute more.
Okay.
So food, $300. And we're going to have a way for people to see that breakdown of the budget, by the way, because I know people are going to be interested in that.
Yes.
Okay. Toilet paper fund. You guys are splitting things, all that good stuff. Toothpaste, blah, blah, blah. $50. That's what you can contribute. Gas, how much is... There was a lot of gas on there.
Yeah.
What are we... Yeah, gas. Give me gas. $438.83 is what we had. Why so much?
Yeah, I budgeted about $400 for gas.
Okay, well,
so last month I went over. Yeah, helped her car out.
Tolls, and there was some conversation around this. In some places, in some cities, you can't get around without tolls. Texas, you can. They are optional. They get you there quicker. Yeah. You don't need to take tolls.
Right. Yeah.
Some places I know it's not that simple. You know, not a thing. We're not contributing to retirement in your Roth IRA right now.
No,
we're not.
Okay.
No, because it's not beating any of these interest rates.
Right.
Not even close to getting 25% returns on those. We're canceling all subscriptions. We're not going to Alamo Draft House. It's not a thing. Okay. What else is in your budget? What else is in your budget besides your debt payments? Are there ongoing medical things? Or there, blah, 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 blah. Any things you have to contribute to this family situation that you're helping on? Financial wise? Okay. So we just need to calculate
just
your debts.
the credit card debt, yeah.
And the car. Oh my gosh. This is a third of your income. This is going to debt. A third of your income working 7 days a week plus nights. $1,137.07 is going to debt. Yeah, great time to upgrade our rent. So, yeah, you're going to have an extra like $200, $300. $2,932.07 is what you need to survive. Minimal survival. Do you have health insurance?
No.
Well, the next thing I say is get health insurance, and then boom, you get $300 cheap health insurance, and then you have your budget's over so far. And I need you to have health insurance. You need health insurance in this world. So, again, now your budget's already accounted for, and we can't put anything towards debt. You should not have upgraded your living. Doesn't make sense. So right now, I need you to get health insurance. I just need it's a risky of life. I want you to survive. So right now we're bringing in nothing. You're working 7 days. We have nothing extra to go towards our debt, and we're working 7 days a week plus nights. So right now you have no get out of debt plan. It's as simple as that. And we're still putting more money on our debts by balance transferring and spending on that spending card and Game Pass. So how many hours a week are you working right now across all jobs?
60, 70. Because 40 from Amazon, and then 4 hours each from, or 5 hours each from Papa John's, that's 10, and then a couple hours for the carpet each day.
Your debt just keeps building. You're steaming towards bankruptcy because it's going to get to a point where it's just unsustainable and we're upgrading lifestyle around it. And there's only so many hours you can work, and you're working at that cap. So it's just, you are headed towards bankruptcy quicker than people I've had on the show. And a lot of people who feel like maybe they're in worse situations because of their numbers, but with how many hours you're working, with what you're trying to do, and with what you've just done with your living situation, what you're continuing to prove in the discipline and spending, you're headed there faster than almost anyone I've had on the show. It's as simple as that. I need you to know how scary this is. This isn't our situation. The way you came in and talked to me before the show was my situation's not great. Oh, it's not that bad either. Those were the words I was getting. This is bad. And if you get anything from being here right now, I hope you know how bad this is so a fire can be lit under your. But where I'm struggling right now is with a fire lit under your. What is the action? What's the actionable things we can do? Unfortunately, the thing, man, is, and why this risk profile is just so bad to begin with and taking this on when building a business, which is a learning experience for people out there watching this, is because of the place you've gotten yourself and what we need to do to get out of this. It might be putting the business on hold for a bit.
Yeah.
And getting back into it. Instead of adding a bunch of risk and leverage to supporting the business, it's build it as we go, which I'm okay with some leverage here and there. For things I have leverage on some properties, I'm okay with that. Sometimes a successful business can take a bit of leverage, get it off the ground, but usually that's reinvesting it into a process that's already working. You took it out at the beginning and along the way without it showing returns. Mm-hmm. So you went about it the wrong way, and this is a very scary situation. So I'm sure another idea will hit me and we can email you, but just on the spot, getting the collective situation together right now, it's like whatever time you're spending working that other job, you're picking up the hours, or at your business, you're picking up the hours at another job, whatever time that you're, and then spending the $300 in the marketing and stuff for not making anything out of it. It's like, oh, do you have a degree?
Mm-mm.
That's okay. You have any certifications or trade? That's okay.
I want to get certified in the carpet cleaning. It's just I've been hands-on experience.
Oh, there's certifications for that?
Yeah, there's certifications. Yeah,
and I do love certifications. I talk about course careers here all the time as good tech certifications, and if there's good certifications for
carpet upholstery,
cleaning,
area
really
rugs, restoration.
Does that help though? Does that really help?
Knowledgeable, more knowledge in the field. Even though I pretty much.
But can we use more like free resources? So the reason I like certifications when I talk about course careers is because that gets you a door for interviews. That's what I like.
Gotcha.
And it can help you through the interview process. For you, you're not interviewing. You're literally just trying to get people to hire your company. Yeah. I don't know if a certification is going to help there. Maybe not. I'm sure someone out there who's in the carpet cleaning business, they might say, no, Caleb, you're so wrong for saying, for having this conversation, but for having that opinion. But just from the outside perspective and where I'm at looking into your overall situation, I'm like, okay, where's that really benefiting us? Let's take care of free resources. You've already shadowed people before, which was awesome. I love that part of your story. Like, how much can you learn that's actually going to increase your business for carpet cleaning itself? I think you need to learn more business.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry because this conversation is going to end in a way where I'm like, dude, you're working as many hours as you can. Your lifestyle is being inflated. We can barely make the budget. We can't make the budget meet because I need you to have health insurance, and I'm never going to suggest for anyone to not have it. So just from me wanting someone to survive and not go into bankruptcy and struggle with that with medical debt for the rest of their life, I'm never going to suggest not having health insurance. So it just really becomes to pushing yourself physically as hard as you can every single day, temporarily, but every single day of your life, pushing yourself as far to the limit as you can before it's physically unsafe to do so. Mm-hmm. At work, across any and as many jobs as you can, in making the wiggle room happen and having this be your minimum budget that you follow, and then everything else goes towards that. 1 month emergency fund first, then pay down the debts, smallest to biggest, or highest interest rate to lowest interest rate, however you want to go about it. Usually it's easier mentally to do smallest to largest debts, where mathematically it goes quicker interest rates, but it's up to you how you go about that. I'm happy either way. Then the 6 month emergency fund, then we need to catch up on retirement.
So retirement on hold.
Okay, this one's going to hurt. One thing I might do, and I don't like this, but just because you have no wiggle room, usually I don't have people touch what's invested, but because you have no wiggle room and there's just nowhere to go and it's such a dire situation, it might be worth considering and thinking on liquidating the Robinhood and throwing that at 2 of these cards and they're paid off. And that creates us a little more wiggle room in our minimum monthly payments to start be able to, you can pay off 3 credit cards here with that. You can pay off the Freedom Card, the City Double Cash, and the City Custom Cash could be gone. And then we sell the car. We hopefully break even on that. If we have to borrow $3,000, we will. Hopefully break even on that. And then, boom, that clears up. That gives us an extra $500, $600 a month. That's actually really cool. That we can, okay. So a plan is happening. Okay. We can get to a 1 month emergency fund in like 4 months, 6 months, depending. Then your Freedom Flex with an extra $600 a month if you actually get rid of that stuff. That'll take about 10 months to pay off. It's a long time. It's because you have no wiggle room. But by liquidating your stocks and selling the car, we can do that. And then with the minimum monthly payment for that being gone, all of a sudden we have like $800 left a month. You can pay off the Discover card in 17 months. So we can be 1 month emergency fund, pay off all debts after selling things and liquidating not your Roth IRA. I don't want to do penalties. But liquidating your Robinhood, and which I know is going to hurt. I see it in your eyes. It's going to hurt, but trust me, the return on investment, just because you have no wiggle room right now, says 10% is never going to beat 25%.
Yeah.
And that's just suggesting the S&P 500. I don't even know what the single stocks you're in. So if we do that, we sell the car, even if we have to borrow the difference, but hopefully we don't, because $22,000 is what you saw in private sale. Hopefully we can get the $20,300. Okay, awesome, good. 1 month emergency fund, pay off all the other debts remaining, get a 6 month emergency fund, the 5 months that are remaining. I think you can do that in 4 years following a very strict budget. It's a hard 4 years, very hard 4 years, because you're already working 60, almost 70 hours a week. So, but I think that's your way out. And that's a shorter process than having bankruptcy on your record for years and going through that whole legal and hassle and mental process. So I think that's the way I would personally go. And I would try to look and use my resume experience and build interview skills and try to get higher paying jobs along the way than delivering. Delivering can be delivering for Amazon can be a pretty good job when you have this much debt to take care of. The numbers become hard to work, especially when we're trying to upgrade our lifestyle so much, which you've already signed. So that's what I would do. I'm sorry it's such a hard situation. You can get out of it. You can be out of this in more than quadrupling what you have in Robinhood twice as quick by 36.
Okay.
Yeah. No. So there's options here. Your life's not done. Buckle down. Follow what I just said, what I would personally do. Maybe there's a better way to go about it that we'll see in the comments, because this has been a quite complicated situation. But if you follow this, we can at least be out of debt and have a fully funded emergency fund in 4 years. And we can start playing catch up in retirement, maybe throwing 25-30% towards retirement on a monthly basis. So, yeah, there's a path. Do you think you can actually do that, though? That's a hard 4 years.
Yeah, I'm willing to challenge that 4 years and do it in a shorter amount of time.
Well, I would love that.
So
if we can make more money, I mean, that's the name of the game.
Yes.
But sell that car.
Yeah, definitely. That's been on.
Are you going to liquidate the Robinhood?
I don't think I can.
See,
I can't do the Robinhood.
Why?
I don't want to touch it.
Why?
I want it to just keep going. I just want it to the stock market to take its course.
Lovely, but you know that mathematically, even if it follows the S&P 500 general market, average return on a yearly basis with all up years and down years combined is 10%. Not even close to beating that 25%. So mathematically, it doesn't even make sense. Math over emotions, dude. Logic over just our gut. Reality over you. So, all right, well, And if you're not going to do basic things, I don't know really what else to do but just stop the conversation. So,
would you say then this 29? So you said that 2,900. That's my minimum to survive
because you've upgraded your lifestyle quite dramatically.
The reason, so like I said, for more space, but the way I made sense is I'm spending $100 on storage, so that would eliminate that $100 storage because I'm going to move everything out of the storage. So that's just like a
$300. 300. If storage is 100 and this is upgraded by 400, that means it's an upgrade of $300 total. Mm-hmm. That's $300 that could be going towards debt. That's $300 that would cut your process by like a year and a half in the situation we went through. So that's the end of it for me. But I'll let you have any final thoughts or questions.
No, I can't think of any final thoughts. I'll just my only thing is I'll challenge your 4-year and hopefully at the recap or at the follow up, I'll be in a better position in less than the 4 years.
I will say, just as a final note, as people that have kept us updated, people who try to finesse the path that I've tried to throw out usually get themselves into higher risk profiles, as you have done. You're okay to stomach the risk. They usually end up either making no progress or ending up in a worse situation. This is a plan that can actually get you out of it. Even though 4 years feels like a long time, that's you actually getting out of it than trying to f around with things and getting out of it quicker and actually extending your process by an additional 4 years. So that was an incredibly difficult one, and I wish him the best of luck. And as we were going out, we talked a lot, and he has a booklet full of receipts and everything, and we'll go over those for his business expense and his follow-up, but that was a tough one. Spending in a budget, it's going to be a 3 out of 10. It wasn't the worst, but it certainly was not even closely good when it comes to, you need to be paying off that debt now. It's all right. It's a long conversation. And when it comes to his debt, it's going to be a 1 out of 10. No collections, no IRS debt, but it's pretty absolutely terrible. Emergency fund, there was nothing there. It was like $70, 0 out of 10. Retirement, definitely behind for his age, but I'm glad it's going. It's at about the 3 to 4. Well, let's give it a 4 out of 10 for now. Real estate, not yet. Eventually, 0 out of 10. It's going to be a 1.5 Hammer financial score for now. And don't forget to check out all the resources linked in the description below. They are what I use personally or would use in specific situations. If you want to be in an episode of Financial Audit and you're able to make it down to Austin, Texas, fill out the survey in the description below.